All right, here we go. So the first thing I want to let everybody know is that Janelle messaged me late last night, and Scott was rushed to urgent care, and he has appendicitis. He probably is done with surgery and recovering by now. So I want to let you know that's why Janelle's not here. I was running around scrambling, messaging people, can you help me? Can you help me? Can you help me? And then also, this is the first Thursday meeting. So Michelle's at work. So Molly's actually a really good helper. So she's not here for the cute factor, although she is adorable. She is actually here to help me and hand me stuff as I need it because there's so much. Okay, so from what I've heard, Scott's okay. Everything's fine. They caught it. It was just a lot of pain, but he's good. But Janelle won't be here today. Okay, and yes, they expected him to come home tonight or this afternoon. So it was expected to be a quick surgery, nothing to worry about. Just get through it and send some good vibes, some prayers, whatever you want that way. Okay. All right. So we are going to talk about this one. This is the mid-August flyer. And the mid-August flyer has a lot of good stuff. And just like before, I don't have the correct colors. I don't have all of the products. I found most of them, but the big set, the Clearmates, I did not find because they're new. There's an old version of the Clearmates that I thought I had one that I could show you. I couldn't find it. That's how old it is. It's probably disappeared in my kids' toys somewhere. Would you please come get Henry? So the Clearmates, we'll start with the Clearmates. This is just the one-page August flyer. This is in my.typeware.com under Salesforce, okay? So the Clearmates, I'll talk about them first. I don't know if you can see, but these lids, they've got little squares on them. That's because they're modular. They are designed to stack on top of each other so that they don't fall off. Now they don't snap in, they just set in, okay? They set on top. So it gives it a kind of like the impressions bowls. It has that rim around that you can set the bowl on top of the lid so that it won't fall off the lid. The password for meeting is fearless. So yeah, it's just a place for it to sit so it won't fall off as easily. Okay, they remind me of Legos. That's exactly right, Legos. They're very much Legos. I did double check with Kirsten. She said that these are the harder acrylic. So she said they're probably not as shiny as the Clearly Elegant, but they are that same harder Tupperware. And also they are leak proof. So even though they are not round, you know, the standard rule is if they're round, they're leak proof. If they're not round, they might be leak proof. But these ones, they are advertised as leak proof. So I'm really excited. I think these are going to be really big because they're not only clear, but they're also leak proof, and they stack beautifully. Like, I think these personally are going to be big. I'm going to be ordering some of these for myself because I love that they're clear. So things to just be aware of. I still wouldn't necessarily put my fruit in it. Fridge Smarter, better for that. I still wouldn't put things I'm going to reheat. I would still use my Vet and Serve for that. But things that I am not going to reheat and things that I'm not going to that are not produce, I will definitely put in these ones. So if people say, well, they put fruit in theirs, yes, that's because marketing doesn't actually sell Tupperware. They don't know these things all the time. Okay, so hopefully that's enough. Notice that there's a Get It All over here. The Get It All price. It includes all of the things on this part of the page. I was going to say all the page, not the whole page, just this part, all of the Clearmates for $69. Like it's 102 value. That's a really big deal. So I'm excited about that. Okay, so we're going to move on. We're going to go down to this section right here. So we have the waffle, hand me the waffle forms, and we have the Freezer Mates Plus Medium Deep. So the Freezer Mates, I adore the Freezer Mates. I am so excited that the Freezer Mates are on sale too. I'm getting more of these as well. The Freezer Mates are, twisty, not twisty, but flexible lids, but this is my favorite. So they do have the stain guard in it, meaning love my nails, thank you. It does have the stain guard, so your spaghetti sauces, your chilies, things like that, they're not as likely to stain. Now, I will still say that staining is not covered. So if they do stain, it still doesn't hurt the integrity of the container. It's just ugly, okay? But they do have a stain guard in them. They have I don't know if you can see, There, you can see there's snowflakes on them. They're really subtle, so it's not like Christmas, you know, it's just goes in the freezer. When I first started selling Tupperware, they didn't have these, but they had a different one, and they put snowflakes on those as well. And I always told my husband, these ones are for the freezer. See, there's freezer flakes right there. These ones go in the freezer. So I love these ones. I love these ones. So, Lords, to see the video, you have to leave and then join again and click join with computer. Husband sounds like, I think all husbands are somewhat the same in that regard. Freezer flakes, there you go, there's your aha. But then the best part is that they literally twist. Like, I'm not hurting the container. They literally twist and then it goes right back. There you go. So I'm not, just so you know, I'm not holding it in that position. Like it's literally, it went back to that position. So they come in all the different sizes. I'll just talk about the other set too. We've got this set. Hang on, we're gonna do this one first. Whoops, bear with me. I feel like I'm a hot mess this morning. Okay, so here's the other set that's at the bottom. So this is the medium shallow, 2 small deep, and 2 small shallow. So you can see that this one is the same size as this one in lid size. It's just twice as deep. So it's the same height as the pink ones, okay? So again, all modular, just like the Clear Mates, just like the Fridge Smart, just like the Modular Mates, everything is modular. It's designed to fit together properly and stack beautifully and look nice and neat, but very functional too, of course. So same thing, they all twist like that. I love them to go to Costco with because, well, I don't take them to Costco, but when I come home from Costco or wherever you do your bulk shopping, thanks. Whenever I bring home my bulk shopping, usually from Costco, then I will put my hamburger in these ones. These hold just a little over a pound. So that's perfect for our family. I will put like frozen peas and, you know, all the frozen corn, all of those bags that tend to like fall over and attack you. That's what goes in these ones. These ones are freezer meals. So if you are into like making, someone was telling me last night, I was talking with them and they said, well, we do freezer meals. So on Sunday, we, you know, put all of our stuff out and we put them in gallon-sized Ziploc baggies. I'm like, why would you do that? Like she was a customer, not a consultant. I'm like, what, you're wasting money. Like these are your answer, because you can literally open up the lid, lay them all out at the same time and dump in whatever you want. You could make 3 of the same meal if you want and eat them for 3 weeks in a row, or you could put different ones. All your dino nuggets, your chicken nuggets, there you go. So great for meal prep, because then you can literally dump it twists. So dump it into your crock pot and turn it on and you're done. Or dump it into casseroles. I will dump into my Ultra Pro, which we're going to talk about in a little bit. And then Ultra Pro, it goes right in the oven, but you don't have to use your Ultra Pro for freezer prep. That would be a waste. These are perfect because they're modular. They, just so many things. It'll dump out easily with frozen. Yes, so one of the things that even something this big, I find that if I pull on the sides a little bit, just let that air, it will usually pop right out. Sometimes I'll push on the bottom a little bit, it'll pop right out. If it's really, really, really stuck, then I'll put the lid back on and run some warm water along the outside of it, because it's Tupperware, it's sealed, okay? And then it will just fall right out. So yes, even frozen, they do come out really easily. You don't feel completely where you get freezer burn. No, not, I'm gonna say likely not. So it does depend on how cold your freezer is. You don't wanna have it too cold because that makes things get freezer burn more quickly. Also with freezer burn, many people think that freezer burn are the little ice crystals. That's actually not freezer burn. Freezer burn is when it changes the taste and the color and the texture of your food. So if you just have little ice crystals, that's actually good. That means it held in the moisture from your food. You want it to have the moisture in your food. Okay. All right, so homemade ice cream, yes, exactly. If you broke them, it will be okay. There you go. Oh, and you're adorable. Lots of comments about you're adorable. Yeah, get rid of boxes and bags in my freezer. So when I demo these live, I really should demo them live in my Facebook parties more. But when I demo these live, I talk about how, you know, we have all these bags, all these things attacking us, and then things smell and it's just gross. But then you put these in there and they're clear enough you can see what's in them, or you can use your freezer labels, either way. and they're amazing. Like it just transforms your entire freezer. I've had people literally in tears because they're so happy what I did with their freezer. So there's that. I'm gonna move on with the freezer mates. Okay, we're gonna go back to the waffle forms. So the waffle forms, thank you. The waffle forms are the silicone, okay? Silicone. One question I get a lot about the silicone is it sturdy enough that it doesn't need a cookie sheet? No, it needs a cookie sheet. But the nice thing about that is you can roll it up and store it rolled up, or you can, I don't remember what the other thing was I was gonna say. Oh well. So with the waffle one especially, so with all of my silicone, I will melt a little bit of butter in it. Just put it in the microwave for 15 seconds and then squish it around so that it's nice. It makes things nice and golden. It makes them fall out easier. With the waffle, well, with any of them, really. It's just the waffle because that's the one that's on sale. Put a plate on top of it and dump it, or if it's a sturdy batter, sometimes cake batter is really delicate, so I will put a plate on it and then flip it over. Most of them, if it's regular waffle batter, if it's more sturdy, you can just flip it over and they will usually fall right out. But then I also love that you can peel it. You can literally peel it out of your food. So I am a fan, but like I said, my favorite is to put the butter in it and let it melt. It makes them come out easier and gives it that golden tinge. I don't know, that crunchy yumminess. It's so yummy. So you get, with the breakfast prep set, you get 2 of these and 1 of these. Okay. All right. We are going on to the spread, slice, and seal set. So we have the fridge stackables cutting board. Can you give me the other pieces, please? This one is small. So here's my hand for reference. Okay. And I don't have a large hand. It's just an average, normal female hand. Here's the, just for comparison, this is not, you know, get out your turkey and carve a turkey. Okay. I'm trying to keep up on comments. I really am. Good job, sweetheart. Thank you. But the question I get on this is, why is it called the Fridge Stackables cutting board? It's because if you have the Fridge Stackables family set, this rim right here, it's on both sides, but this rim, it will sit on the top of the Fridge Stackables so that you can make your sandwich or whatever on top without having to put it down on a dirty counter or anything like that.
Okay, you can go back there.
What was that? I don't know. I don't know if they meant to unmute themselves. Okay, so with, oh, it will sit there. Oh, it will work as a regular cutting board. I had to go through my spiel. It will work as a regular cutting board, but there's no like feet or anything on it, but it's a little cutting board, okay? Yes, oil is okay, but not sprays. You don't want to use any PAM, any kind of manufactured spray at all. Now, if you just put olive oil in one of your little pumps, like plain old olive oil or plain old vegetable oil, that's okay. Thank you, Chrissy. Okay, then we have this one, a little bit of a fatter handle, so it's ergonomic. This is not a knife. Okay, you can see I'm not bleeding. So it's sharp enough for bread and good for, I love this little corner because it's good. It's like, especially spaghetti jars, you know how, honey, be quiet, please. And the bottom, there's a little thing around the outside and you're constantly trying to scrape. This is the perfect one for this. So your peanut butter jars, your jam jars, your spaghetti jars, all of it, this little corner, this is perfect. Smooth edge, serrated edge. This is one of the most underrated products that we carry because it is so popular. Okay. There is also this one. So if you were with us last year, they sold out of these. So this whole set, and again, these are not the correct colors. I'm guessing it's this color for all 3 pieces, but I was scrounging. So none of these colors are necessarily the correct color. You can't have this one, it's mine. But they sold out of these. So I would get them in quickly. Like this was a big fiasco. It was a good example of how Tupperware really does their best to take care of us because they sent the wrong color and the wrong size and people got upset, and then they brought them in from, I want to say it was South America or something. They brought in the correct ones. So they got to keep the wrong size and they got the other size as well. So the sandwich spreader, is it green? It is green for all 3 pieces. Yes, it's green for all 3 pieces. Yes. So you got empanada makers or pie presses, depending on how they were marketed at the time, and they got these. So that being said, Tupperware does take care of us, as well as these will sell out. So there is this set. This set was the one that sold out. Christy, can you go find the image that we used last year? I didn't even think about pulling that. Thank you. Okay, so this, I love this thing. Seriously, I love this thing. So use this side for one piece of bread, use this side for one piece of bread. So you literally just, can you go grab a piece of bread? Let's go show people. Go grab a piece of bread quickly. So this side, you're going to use, well, both of the outsides, you're going to use for a cutting the circle for the bread. So you're making an Uncrustable. This size is fun, not this size, I'm saying the wrong thing, I'm so sorry. This little piece right here, the star, you can see it in here, just a little bit right here. There's little holes. Those are the stars, so you can see what kind is in it. So I know some people, they will make like freezer mates full of these things by themselves because Uncrustables are really expensive, like really expensive. Perfect. All right, we'll just do this one. We have sourdough, a part of a piece of sourdough. So I'll tell you what I'm doing. I am putting this here and I'm gonna press down on it, okay? Little twist. And there it is. And you can see there's my star. Pop it right out. There it is. Okay, so easy peasy, lemon squeezy. And then you just fill it with whatever you want in here. So I would put this right here. Okay, and then I would do it aside without the star first. But I only have one piece of bread, so you can imagine with me, okay? And then you'd put your peanut butter and jelly, or you could do your pot pies. You can do pizza pockets. You could do this with regular crust too, so you can get the pre-made refrigerated pie crust, or you can make your own cheese. Yep, anything. You can make little pizza pockets. You can do anything you want. I prefer to use the dough. We use them for dough more often than we do for bread. So you fill them with whatever you want, and then you put the other one on top of your filling, and then you crimp it, and you push hard all the way around, and then you can see it has the little crimps. So even though this is one piece of bread, then the filling would be on the inside. Hopefully you can imagine. The purpose of the star cutout, so you can see what's inside, and so your kids can see what are inside. Sometimes kids are really picky about what they eat, they need to know what they're eating, all of that. And besides, it's just cute. Okay, so let me go give that back to Daddy, please. Or you can eat it, I don't care. she loves sourdough bread, she's gonna eat it. Okay. Oh, thank you, Chrissy. So the image for last year's seal and press thingy is, Chrissy just, it's in the Google Drive. She just gave you the link. Use it. Like literally they were flying off of the shelves. So with, like if you're making pizza pockets or anything like that, you just put them on a cookie sheet and pop them in the oven. This starts August 13th. So don't advertise them until August 13th. So host specials, you're only allowed to advertise 1 week prior. Specials for customers, you are not allowed to share them until they happen. So don't send out your flyers early. The only way that you can send them out early is if it's in a party that is closing after August or on August 13th or after. And it needs to be privately. You are not allowed to share them publicly. Okay. All right. So there's the spread, slice, and seal set. Next, we have the pressure cooker. So the pressure cooker, I feel like I've done a pretty good demo. Can we get them now? No. When can we order them? The 13th. They announced that with all the delays and everything, they're not allowing the samples to go early because they want to get the customers' orders out first. So there's very limited mid-August samples, but on August 13th, you can sure order them. I'm going to. Okay, so the pressure cooker, I feel like I've done a demo on it recently, so I'm gonna do an abbreviated demo, okay? So it is made of some special fancy hoity-toity material that I can't remember the name of. So it is designed to withstand the pressure of a pressure cooker. You would not believe the two questions I get. It really goes in the microwave? Yes, it really goes in the microwave. And really, are you sure it can withstand? It's Tupperware. Are you sure it can withstand the pressure of a pressure cooker? Yes, I'm sure. I use it a lot. So I want to show you that this is normal. It is not hurting the integrity of the piece. It is normal. It is not stain guarded because it doesn't need to be stain guarded. Who cares if your pressure cooker has a stain guard in it or not? So that's normal. If they get little things there, that's you can see mine has it all the way around. Perfectly normal. Okay. It has the rubber seal, which is removable. It has both of these, which are removable. Make sure that this valve is in properly. This one goes either way. but this one needs to be in properly. The little T needs to be on the bottom because that's the part that holds this in. If you put it in backwards, it will just blow out and it will not pressure cook anything. It will just make a mess. Not that I know that from from experience or anything. So you are going to line up the arrows. There's an arrow here. Okay. And there are arrows there and there. Okay. So we're going to line up those arrows. Okay, we lined them up and now we're going to twist it. It is now closed. Okay, we're going to pop that down. There's actually a little steam release in here, so you want to make sure that's closed. The lock actually doesn't lock to the bottom. It's not the thing that keeps it closed or anything. It's to close out this little valve, the little seal that's underneath. I'll show you. Right there. See that little hole right there? So this little rubber stopper closes that little seal. Locked. Okay, so I do my chicken. I'll put my chicken in here, just little chicken tenders. That's what we buy. We don't buy the full breasts, or if we do, we cut them into chicken tenders before we freeze them because we like the size. And then we'll cover it with chicken broth. You could cover it with spaghetti sauce. You could cover it with salsa. You can cover it with anything. Some people just want to use water. Whatever you want, that's fine. She is intently learning about this. She's going to cook dinner for us. Oh, okay. So just make sure that it's covered. There was another one, Chrissy. Can you find the pressure cooker one that has, if you do these 3 products together, then it makes this, like, it was like a ranch chicken and a Mexican chicken, and there was a whole bunch of different things like that. Thank you. I didn't really ask Chrissy if she would go find all my stuff today, but she's a good sport. Thank you. So we've got, there's a whole bunch of different things that you can do with this. You can, everything. You can do your mac and cheese. The orange marmalade and chicken is the best. I agree. You can put, my favorite is to put a jar of orange marmalade and a thing of barbecue sauce in there with the chicken. And you can put some peas or corn or carrots or whatever. It's like the best orange chicken ever. Like, it's so good. It's so good. So full of sugar. So good. We do love Chrissy. Yes. So Heidi has a pressure cooker mac and cheese. It's not a stack cooker. Oh, it's on the, oh, Michelle's telling you it's on the graphic. Chrissy's going to find you the graphic to make for dinner. Okay. She's just smiling. Okay. You can do your ground beef. You can do, now your ground beef, you will need to chop it up. You'll need to mix it up. So if you're doing like a spaghetti sauce or something, expect that you will need to chop it up when you get it out of the microwave. You can do a whole roast in here in 30 minutes, like everything. There's ribs. The ribs are really good in here. Just fall off the bone. You can do potato and noodles. If you don't prefer meat, you can do all kinds of those things. The mac and cheese, yes, there's lots and lots of recipes. So Brooke says hi. She feels like a movie star. But there's, Pinterest is huge. Blog.tupperware.com has lots of things. Okay, now Jennifer, don't wish that you picked this instead of the griller. You really do need both. The grill, I use more than this one, I will be honest. But this one I do use plenty too. Boiled peanuts. Oh, Kelly, I'm gonna need the recipe for that. I've never heard of that. Mashed potatoes is really good. You would use this very similar to an Instapot, yes, but it's easier to clean and it doesn't take up room on your counter. Can you use it on can, like items out of a can? Yes. Yes, you could make your own whatever from a can and pop it in here, yes. Oh, thanks, Elaine. Okay, all right, we're gonna move on, but hopefully that gives you some ideas. Just Google Tupperware pressure cooker recipes. Like there's so, oh, to can things. Sorry, I wasn't understanding. So to can things, it will not work because you need, what's the thing you need? There's something that you need to can things that this won't do. It's, I don't remember. I don't can things, so this is not my forte. There was double broiler. There we go, double broiler. Thank you. So the pressure, well, it does the pressure, but it won't seal things properly like it will on the stove. So no, you wouldn't want to do the canning part. You could cook things and prepare them. You wouldn't want to actually put them in the cans with these, okay? 2 micro grillers. Oh, you guys are hilarious. Trying to make sure I catch your questions. If I don't catch your question, like my comments are this big, so if it's like through more than 3 comments deep, I didn't see it. So comment again. I'm so sorry. Okay, we're gonna keep going. All right, we have the not the micro pro grill. Now all the comments after the micro pro grill. You hand it up to me, please. Yeah. I'm like, oh, that's the thing I need to say is micro pro grill. So we have this one. Again, it is not red, it is purple. Okay, but this is the one that I have in my kitchen. So this is the one you get to see. And no, you can't have it. It's mine, it's red. Chrissy, look in your messenger. Elaine Lowry sent you the file. Okay, so this one, it is the regular vent and serve in a soup mug. Okay, it has the handle. It is 2 cups. A normal soup can will fit in here, or just do your, I like to put spaghetti in here or other things that just single servings. They're perfect for good single servings. Okay. Again, it is freezer safe, so it can go freezer, fridge, microwave, or freezer to microwave. That's fine. Leave the lid on in the microwave, pop the top, and you're good to go. No mess in the microwave. So smoky gray. Yeah, they've come in lots of different colors. So I'm excited to add a purple one. The last time they were on special, I did not get a purple one. Maybe they didn't have the soup mugs. I don't remember, but I'm excited to get the purple one. We have silverware. I love these for traveling and for the car. And like recently, you know, when we weren't able to eat in restaurants, we would take these because you can literally throw them in your car and it is snug right here so they don't get gross. So you can put them in your glove box, you can put them in your trunk, you can put them under, yeah, keep it in your purse. There you go. Your lunch box, the part you eat off of stays clean. I love that. Okay. They do stay together, they snap together, and then they come apart easily. And the knife actually is enough to cut some things. Like obviously I'm not cutting myself, but it is sharp enough you can cut most things that you would want for lunch or dinner or whatever. Snap them back together, put them away. And when they're dirty, another thing that I didn't think about when I first got these is when they're dirty, you still just put them away like this, because then the whole thing just goes in the dishwasher. So you don't have to worry about, well, what do I do because this can't go in the dish? This goes in the dishwasher. Everything just goes right in the dishwasher. Love them. Again, wrong color. Okay. All right. Then we have the sandwich keepers. Did we not find a sandwich keeper? Oh, it's way over there. Can you grab it? So the sandwich keepers, these are different than the old ones. They're the same as they've been for, I don't know, 7 or 8 years, however long it's been. But they are bowed on the outside. So the reason I wanted to get out of sandwich keepers, I want to show you that bow. Okay. So if you look, see how the sides bow out? That's just enough for bigger bread. So the old ones, they were completely straight. So just that little extra, it was enough for the big bread to fit. So if they want like the bigger bread, the whiter, fatter bread, it will fit. It's deceiving. It doesn't look like it will, but it does. Okay. That lined up right to close. Oh, there we go. Perfect. Okay. And then this one's also easier for little hands. Okay. Can you show them how to open this? Okay. You got to do it in front of the camera so they can see. There we go. And you just turned how old?
5.
5. She just turned 5. So a 5-year-old, they can open it. They couldn't open the old ones. So I love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Okay, we have the side-by-side. I have one somewhere, but I could not find it for the life of me. So a side-by-side is about this big. So it's not as big as the Lunch-It Larges. It's not as big as the regular Lunch-It. It's about this big. So think pretzels and your dip, or your carrots and your dip. Carrots and dip are probably a better example. I personally dip my pretzels in frosting, but you know, whatevs. Show the picture. It's this one, the one right here. So this is deceiving because this looks like it's almost as big as this. They are not. These are smaller. So sandwich keeper is a great mass keeper. There we go. Keep it in your purse for mass. You're moving my table, sweetheart. I had a flyer. There we go. So it was, I'm looking for the dimensions. We have the side-by-side is a 4-ounce and a 6-ounce compartment, and the Lunch-It Large is a 1 cup and a 2 cup compartment. So it's quite larger than the side-by-side. It doesn't give dimensions, but I'm sure it's in the dimensions. Oh, there we go. Great minds. It's in the dimensions doc. So if you go to Rock On and search dimensions, then there's the big, huge document that Chrissy keeps up, all of the dimensions. So if you ever want to know how big something is or how many cups something is or what size something is, do that. Go to Rock On, click, put in dimensions. It's phenomenal. It is not necessarily leak proof. There is a divider between the sides, so it helps, but it's not leak proof. Good question. So you wouldn't want to put like pears in one side because then what's on the other side, it would get pear juice unless you keep it this way. But if you throw it in your lunch bag, it's likely to get pear juice on the other side. Okay, so 2 of those for 15. Then we have the lunch at large, big enough for a sandwich on one side, 2 snacks on the other side. This one is obviously the wrong color, but it is 19, and you get to choose what you want. So we want to includes 2 containers. So that's what there's 2 dots. I don't know if you can see the dots here. You can see the top one there. You get 1 of each color, you get both that color, you get both that color. So make sure you order the proper number. So this is one thing when people order through me, I will screenshot I always screenshot the order for them to verify, but especially with this one, I will say, can you verify that those are the colors that you want? So the Sunkissed is the orangey color and the watermelon is the watermelon color. So 2 of those in whatever colors they choose, depending on the number. How are we doing? The Vent and Serve, we need the Vent and Serve. Over there. The Vent and Serve is the divided one. This seal is bigger. These are bigger than the other ones that are in the catalog. Well, I mean, this one's in the catalog, but the other ones are smaller, is what I'm trying to say. These lids are bigger because it has a divider. Okay, so again, there's no divider in the seal, but if you just want to divide your food, some people don't like their food touching, then this is perfect for you. Another thing I really like, the Sandwich Keepers change. It was several years ago, Michelle. So they're the same that's been in the catalog since you've been selling. It was a long, long time ago. They used to have that clip that was really, really hard. Kids couldn't get it open. Yeah. Something else that's really good for these is you can put them in the freezer. So say you've got roast left over, put the roast in this one and then put it in the freezer with this side empty. The next day you've got extra peas left over. Now you can put the peas in there. Now you've got a full meal. But I love it because then you don't have to worry about filling it up. They don't have to be complete. You can pop it in the freezer and then add to it when you have an extra of something else. Great for takeout leftovers. Very true. Very true. I love these for takeout leftovers because it doesn't stink up your fridge. I hate leftover containers that stink up your fridge because we eat a lot of garlic, so it stinks up the fridge a lot. So here, this little tab, this is for all Vent and Serve. You do not want to close the Vent and Serve with this on top of the handle. It will be very, very hard to open. You want to put it off to the side because now you've got leverage to open. That's one of the lesser known things. You don't put it on top of the handle, put it here. Yeah, you learned it the hard way about the tab. Yes, yes. So off to the side because then you've got a place to open it. Okay. All right. So done with that one. Oh, we're almost done. All right. We have the Slimline Pitcher. Slimline Pitcher, it is designed to fit in the door of your fridge. So I want to say it's 2 quarts, but I'm checking. 2 quarts. Okay, so you get 2 of them with the yellow lids, not this color, yellowish, greenish lid. I think they're yellow. I don't know. But these ones are perfect for campers. I know some people, they'll put milk in here so that for the whole weekend, they've got it made. But they're good for the fridge because they go in the door. They'll fit in the door because they're skinny. Okay, pouring, sealing, blah, blah, blah. Okay, camping moment. There you go. All right, I think I don't have the fanciful floral set. I think I got everything. I think I did. Okay, so again, if you scroll up, this is in the comments. Chrissy found it. It's also in my sales, not in my sales, in Salesforce website. So if you go to my.tupperware.com and log in, click on Salesforce, it's in current information or current brochures. It's in brochures. Okay. I live in an RV this morning. There you go. It would be great. All right, the next thing before we're done talking about products and move on to other people, I'm sure you're tired of hearing me talk. We're going to talk about the Ultra Pro. So this one is, gotta get my notes out here. This is the Ultra Pro roasting pan. Okay, so it's deeper, it's bigger. Okay, you can fit a normal sized turkey or a chicken in here, not the big huge turkeys, but a normal sized turkey you can fit in here, like it shows there. The lid can go this way, or you can flip the lid over and go this way. So if you want to do, say you're doing a roast, but you need some asparagus with some sauce, put the asparagus on the top. Or if you want something crispy, it can go right there. Or with the $500 in sales, your new recruit can get the lasagna pan. It is the same lid size. Okay, so they're designed to work together, but it also goes like this. Okay, so you can put something in this one, something in this one, and then something here. It is stack cooking at its best. Or you can turn it if you only have two. I love this. I love it, love it, love it. And then to stack them for the cupboard, then you would put them like this, because then they nest completely. It's genius. There's so many things. I love this thing. This, I've had people say they use it for bacon. They use, oh yes, the lasagna here. Can you make brownies on the top of your roast dinner? I don't see why not. You go, girl. Brownies, and then they're on top, so you have to eat them first. So, you know. So either way, a couple of things I want to show you about them. Both pieces have this. I'm just going to hold this one because it's littler. They have little places to let the steam out, and they have a pour spout, and they have it on both opposing. So there's pour spouts and there's the steaming things. Okay, so when you put the lid on, the steam goes away from your hands rather than there. Okay, and then pouring is also easier because it has a lid. It's not a perfect pouring, but it's better than if it were just straight. Okay. Same lid as the Ultra Pro. This is the lasagna one. So yes, same lid. They both have the same lid. Just a roasting pan usually costs. Oh, the roasting pan, it was at least 99 bucks. I want to say maybe 129. I don't remember, but it was at least 99. I do know. 119. There we go. Thanks, Stephanie. So 119, and then this one I think is the 99 one. Okay. So really, really good values. With Jubilee coming up, so that's the last product we're going to go over. So if you want to go back, you're done. You're done. Thank you. She's a good little helper. Plastic, yes. It's light. It's lightweight. It is Tupperware. It's actual Tupperware. It's lightweight, but it's perfect for people with arthritis. It's perfect for people who want it to just come off easily. These are seriously amazing, amazing. I got rid of all my stones and my glass ones because they're heavy, and these ones clean up better. They go in the dishwasher. It's cleaning pans. That's right. You can go in the microwave. You can go in freezer, fridge, microwave, oven, dishwasher. It just can't go on the stove. They're seriously amazing, like amazing. I cannot go, I mean, I could go on and on and on all day about the Ultra Pro because I love them so much. But the lightweight, it's one of those things that I love it when I talk about the Micro Pro and then I talk about the Ultra Pro because you mean the metal goes in the microwave and the plastic goes in the oven? Yes, that's what I'm telling you. It's hilarious. Oh, yep, you guys got it. Okay. Yep. Yeah, you guys are, you're like training yourselves. This is great. How do you keep the lid on in the freezer? You just put the lid on. So I would not put this in the freezer for long periods of time. Like if you need to just keep something while, you're going on vacation for a week or something so it doesn't go bad, that's the type of freezing I would do. I wouldn't meal prep in these. I would meal prep in the freezer mates and then dump it into these to put it into the oven. With the line for, they do need to come out with a grill or a line for grilling. Party bonus. You do not earn the party bonus this month. So I'll talk to that a bit too, because what was happening is Jubilee comes and they usually do a big, huge recruiting challenge, and which we are, going to likely have. Kirsten's really good about making sure there's a recruiting challenge, even if we don't have a recruiting challenge from Tupperware, but they did it for Leadership Summit, so I'm hoping they'll do it for Jubilee. So what would happen is people would recruit everybody because they would get the stuff too. So that's why they did not. Kirsten has posted, Kirsten posted one today. There you go. Do both of these, they both have the pouring and the steam ones, yes. All Ultra Pro, I think all Ultra Pro have the steaming and the pouring spouts, so you're good. So no, the recruiter does not get the Ultra Pro, but fall in love with it because you can use it to recruit people. So start making your list now. So I was going to talk about this anyway. So for Jubilee, start making your list now of the people that you want to join your team. Yes, the roasting pan is not in the catalog, so it's higher price than that. Keep getting sidetracked. This is what I get for trying to watch the chat and train at the same time. You guys are being great. Thank you so much for your patience with me. Okay, so make your list. I would put all of your past hosts on it. All of your past hosts, past customers who have commented on things, people who have purchased a lot, people who you just plain like. I mean, the list goes on and on. Make a big, huge list. Like I would make a list of 100 people that you want to talk to. And then as soon as that challenge hits, or even a few days before, you can start sending out messages. There's lots of messages, examples on Rock On. So you can search for recruiting the host. You can search for recruiting words. You can just search for recruiting. There's lots of things you can search by on Rock On, and there's tons and tons and tons of scripts there that you can use to recruit. If you are still stuck or you can't find it or you don't know how to search, reach out to your director and they will help you with recruiting words. There's scripts that you can use. I know in my personal team page, I'm going to put a script in there to use, and I'll tell people to send me a screenshot. Send me a screenshot. I'll help you recruit them. And then usually once they see what's going on with the recruiting, they get the hang of it and then they can recruit better. I can tell you there are directors that I have helped. I mean, they're directors now. I don't help them with their words anymore, but when they were still younger in the business, I would help them, and it just like, oh, they got it, and then they're off and running. It's fantastic to watch when that recruiting light bulb comes on. It's very exciting. I love it. Okay, so we've got that. All right, we are going to go to, thank you, Chrissy. I just got to my messages. So we are going to go to Sarah Timmerman. I'm going to find Sarah and unmute you. So Sarah is going to talk a little bit about the shipping. So I feel like we're beating a dead horse here, but I'm still getting people who are, you're unmuted, Sarah, give you a heads up, who are cranky or who are demanding a refund, things like that. So the first thing I want to point out is that you don't offer them a refund at all, okay? Oh, good. Scott is out of surgery and it went well. He can come home in 2 or 3 hours. Perfect. I'm glad. Sarah, are you there?
Yep, I'm here. Can you hear me?
I hear you very quietly. Let me turn up my sound.
I have my sound turned up all the way.
There we go. No, it was my sound. It wasn't up high.
Okay. Maybe I just need to talk louder.
I'm going to pin you. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so Stephanie just asked me to talk a little bit about shipping. Like she said, kind of beating a dead horse, but it's something that everybody runs into right now just because with COVID going on, that's just kind of the story of our life is everything is delayed with shipping. The one thing that I always try to tell my team is we need to remember, we need to appreciate the people in the warehouse because they are working so very hard to get our packages out for us. Like they added that third shift. So it's basically they are working around the clock, trying to get our packages out in a timely manner as best as they can while following the social distancing guidelines. Because like Kirsten has said, I got a talking child over here. But like Kirsten has said, if our factory workers get sick, we're going to be in trouble because then they're going to have to shut down the warehouse and then it's going to be way longer than it is already now for our stuff to be going out. So we just need to remember to give them grace and, just be nice to the people in the warehouse, be nice to customer care because it's not customer care's fault that things aren't going out. It's just the way of the world right now. Everything is behind. It's not just Tupperware. It's everywhere. I just ordered from a Pampered Chef party and their stuff is just as long, if not longer than ours. Our Amazon, nothing ships from Amazon within 2 days, or at least it sure doesn't where I live. It takes about a week for me to get any of my stuff from Amazon now. And it used to be 2 days. So those are just like the little things that you need to remember is everybody is in the same boat. Even the United States Postal Service, I don't get stuff near as fast on a daily basis as what I used to. There are a lot of different things that I can mail out, like host packets. I'm trying to get those sent out a couple weeks earlier now because those sometimes are taking weeks for people to get, whereas it used to only be 1 to 2, 3 days and that's it. So That's just something to keep in mind too. Sorry, I'm trying to read along my notes I made up here. So just make sure that you're remembering to appreciate the people that are doing our packaging and getting our stuff out. And also another thing that just popped in my brain is to remember they are human. They make mistakes. We all do. Sometimes things get missed. Don't be upset. Send an email to customer care. Call customer care if you can, since the lines are open now. I mean, the little things like that happen because they are working overtime trying to get our stuff out. So mistakes are going to be made. And another thing, I guess, just to touch on that is to make sure that you're sending the list to your host of what's getting shipped to them, because I know some of my girls have come to me that, oh, my host got her stuff, but she has no idea whose orders they got. Well, that's why you need to be making sure you're sending that breakdown to your host. So just another thing to keep in mind. Let me see. Sorry, just I kind of bounced around already on my list that I made up here. The next thing is that I had on here that she wanted me to kind of talk about is how to talk to your customers about the delays in shipping. I normally right now, I am always posting right away in like my pre-party post. I use that image that Chrissy made up that talks about how much it costs for shipping. And then I believe on there she has something written on what the current delays are. So I try to make sure that I let everybody know that, and I also let them know about the taxing, because the sales tax, people get confused on that a lot. But I always let them know right at the beginning of my parties that, we are experiencing shipping delays up to, so many weeks right now. And then I also always make sure I post once the party is submitted. I have this kind of long write-up that I got from Kirsten and Kim McGee posted in Rock On that just kind of explains the same thing, that, where we are experiencing shipping delays, and some of this stuff is, being made especially for you because we've been, rocking our sales. So just, to remember to be patient, and we're asking our customers to be patient with that. I kind of reworded mine a little bit so it's not the same as what Kirsten or Kim had posted, just, so Facebook doesn't see that it's the same as what everybody else is posting, and then you kind of get, in trouble in the Facebook world. And then like the next thing that I have is, how to answer people when they start messaging you wanting to know where their stuff is. That's kind of why it's important to make sure that you're posting in your parties that, that we are experiencing delays, because then they kind of already know. But then later on, I do have people that, because people don't read. Nobody reads everything. So I can post that stuff until I'm blue in the face, and I will still get somebody that will message me a week later saying, when's my stuff going to be here? It's like, well, I did post this stuff in the party, but that's when I kind of came up with this own thing. My own write-up right after COVID happened, when all the shipping delays started. I just kind of, let them know, I'm just like, I'm sorry. I usually say I'm sorry a lot and put a lot of smiley face. Well, not a lot. I put smiley faces in my messages to my customers saying, I'm so very sorry, and we are experiencing shipping delays, and right now it's up to 6 weeks, and I do apologize, but, we just ask our customers to, please be patient with us. And, due to COVID and the social distancing guidelines and them trying to keep themselves safe so our warehouse doesn't shut down, it's kind of just a whole like big of a apology thing, and, I just kind of remind them that Tupperware, we have been rocking it for the last, 4 months, like, and when I started having people questioning me in June, I'm like, well, we sold $54 million in Tupperware in the month of May. So like our warehouse is busy and they're trying to pop out all this stuff the best that they can. So I'm like, and most of my customers have understood. I have never had anybody get upset with me. I have not ever had anybody not understand. They're just kind of like, oh, well, that's, awesome. That's great. Tupperware is doing so amazing. And, so it's just the little things like that to just kind of remember. But I do feel it is very important to be posting in your parties right away, letting people know, so that way they're not coming at you a week later wanting to know where their stuff is at. And so that, that's really all I had on that. And then like Stephanie said, we don't ever do refunds. Kirsten actually has a really good video in the Rock On group explaining that, because I've actually gone back to that a few times when people have just been unhappy with something or it's not working the way that they want it to. So I'm not sure if that can be bumped up or not. I've never had to give a refund for anything. Usually I will tell people that, you know, I'm sorry, but we don't, you know, Tupperware doesn't do refunds, but I will gladly exchange it for you for something of, you know, equal or, you know, equal value. So that's, that's all I really had on that. I don't know. I think I kind of touched everything you wanted me to.
Yeah, no, that was great. That was really great. Thank you. I appreciate it. One thing I want to add to that, because you really did cover like everything. It was fantastic. I mean, it's really just one thing I wanted to add. And that's when people give me their orders, I will tell them. So if I'm sending them to Tupper Connect, it says right there that things are taking 6 to 8 weeks. If they're going through me, I say, okay, just to give you a heads up, because of COVID, things are taking around 6 weeks. I just want to make sure that you're okay with that. So if you don't want to post in your parties, then you can. I think posting in your parties is a good idea because you're right. You got to give them a heads up and so they know what to expect. It's always about setting up the expectations for me. Okay, I'll go ahead and mute you. Thanks, Sarah. Okay, so we are going to go to something a week later. Yeah, people just don't read. They cannot cancel their order either. So just explain to them that, I'm sorry, once the order is placed, I can't do anything to change it. So in 6 weeks, you'll have your order. I'm waiting for 11 piece, that's it. Oh, June is not that bad. June is not that bad. 6 to 8 weeks is normal unless it is a back order and they're having to make more. So a lot of it is about how you talk to your customers. If you talk to your customers and say, oh, it's still not here, then of course they're going to be upset because negativity feeds negativity. If they say, oh my gosh, I'm so excited, they're starting to get caught up. Unfortunately, the modular mates, they are not finished being made yet. So they're still working on making enough sets to ship out. So it's coming, I promise. Thanks so much for your patience. The factory workers really appreciate your support, stuff like that. Okay. All right, we are going to head to Kim Santiema. Kim is busy sending me hilarious GIFs. Okay, so Kim is going to go over some creative ways to get bookings. So some people, they have said that they are running into, well, I've done the GIF post, I've tried booking from parties, and Kim's going to touch on booking parties from parties as well, but she's going to give you some fresh ideas for gotta find her here for booking. Kim, I clicked ask to unmute. Oh, there we go.
I was waving so you could see me. Yeah, can you hear me?
I can hear you, but you're not popping up on my screen. I can't see you.
I'm here. La, 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 la. I'm gonna keep talking so it'll pop up.
That's right. Do it.
La,
Here,
la,
I'll
la.
spotlight you.
you
There we go. All right, you're good. Go ahead.
Hey everyone. So I got some ideas. They've been working for me, so hopefully they'll work for you. And don't mind the clutter behind me. I'm getting prizes out, so sorry about that. I just saw the whole clutter. All right. So first thing is we have a new catalog coming out, right? A new catalog coming out the end of. Geez, Louise. Hold on. Let me close that window. So we have a new catalog coming out in the end of August, and what I tend to do is that is a huge opportunity to contact past hosts, past guests, and say, hey, we got a brand new catalog, we got brand new items, new color changes. You have to be excited about everything because your host then, or your potential host, will get excited about it. So first thing I do is I have a running list of all the people that hosted parties with me this past year, and people that wanted to book a party but ended up having to reschedule. Those are my first people that I contact, and I say, hey, new catalog's coming out in 2 weeks. My calendar's filling up fast, and even if it's not, tell them it is. It's okay. They don't know. They're not looking at your calendar. Tell them, you know, your calendar's filling up fast and you want to get them on before, you know, before you got to book them in 2 months later. So that's one thing. And again, I think your excitement will get them excited. If you just say, hey, a new catalog is coming out, you want to host a party? I'm not going to host a party with you. You're not fun. You got to be fun. So on that same note, what I've been doing, I kind of hit a wall last month. You know, I did the GIF post like everyone else has been doing. And I said, okay, well, I got to come up with something different. So what I did is I messaged all of my past guests from past parties, and not from like a month ago, but from a couple months ago. And I said, hey, as a guest of one of my parties, I have a special offer for you. Would you like to hear it? And of course they say yes, because it's a special offer that they only got because they're in that party, and whoever didn't come to the party doesn't get it. So what I do is I say, and I've said, well, if you host a party with me that closes before August 26th, I will start your party off with $25 in host credit. And you may say, Kim, how can you guarantee $25 in host credit, not host credit, sales credit applied to the party? So, when you purchase samples, you get party pool. I have so much party pool because, we hoard all of the Tupperware. So I have a lot of party pool, and why not share the wealth? So to a host, they see $25. Oh, that's $25 closer to getting a free gift or a half price item or a shopping spree. So I use my party pool to start their party with $25 in sales credit. You can do 25, you could do up to $75. So I try to start small. They don't know that, you're not getting orders, for that. They don't care about how you're doing it. They just want to know that you're starting with $25, and that's getting closer to getting some free stuff. So I message that to past guests of past parties from, recent, 3 months, 4 months, that type of thing. And then I do the same thing with hosts that maybe hosted a party 6 months ago. And you may have to entice them a little bit more, because if they had a great party, they got a lot of stuff, and they're going to say, well, why do I need more? So you entice them a little bit more. You tell them, I'll start it off with $50, whatever you have to do. And that's really building relationships with your, with your customers. So you kind of know what you have to work with different people. Some will take $10, some will take $50. So that's some things I do. I also have been going into my past parties. I do my parties and events. Some people do them in groups. Go into your past parties and post up what the specials are, the new sales specials, as well as the host specials, because that will drum up some interest. Somebody will want to order something. You'll always get one, maybe more, but at least one of every party, and say, hey, I just saw that new water bottle that was on sale. I want to order it. So when they message you and say they want to order something, you say, that's great. Why don't you host a party, and maybe you could get that water bottle and more for free. So you want to use that as an opportunity to open up a conversation. I'm sorry, I talk with my hands. It's the New York thing. Don't laugh at me, Stephanie. On the same note that we have new catalogs coming out, what I tend to do is I order a couple cases, and yes, a case is a lot, but I, again, have my running list of everyone that placed an order with me, everyone that hosted a party with me. And it is a little bit of an investment, but I mail out catalogs with a little note that says, hope to party with you soon. And I make sure they have my phone number. And I give them my phone number because I want them to call me. I have them on Facebook. It's easy for them to ignore a message. But when they have a phone number and it's right then and there, they'll, text you or call you right there, when they have it in front of them. Especially when you see the stuff that's coming out in this new catalog. I would book a party with me if I wasn't me. Just saying. What I am doing today. So I actually have it public, so you could go to my public page, my profile page. Today is International Friendship Day. And, let's take the opportunity. There's like an international day of everything every day. So what I am doing on my page is I posted a Friendship Day, Happy Friendship Day meme. And I said, tag a friend. And if that friend books a party with me to close before August 26th, you and the friend will get a present, a prize, a free gift from me. I think I just put a prize. So you definitely can do something like that. You don't take the picture I took, Google a picture, because there's so many different things. Just Google International Friendship Day and post that on your page. Post it on your business page. Post it in your VIP group. That'll help build up your VIP group as well, because if they tag someone that's not in your group, you could reply back and say, what do you call it? You could say, hey, make sure so-and-so is added to the group so she could see this. So that's just another thing that I'm doing to kind of make it fun. And that also is going to help my algorithms, my Facebook algorithms, because I am now going to pop up on 2 more people's timelines and their friends. So it kind of helps that out a little bit. We already spoke about the GIF post. So that works. don't think it doesn't work. And if you are afraid to do it because you don't have the Tupperware to give as a prize, contact your director, because I don't think there's one director that will not help their team. I did it in a pinch the beginning of this month, and I booked 4 parties within an hour. So it definitely works. So you could do it on your page, and you could do it in buy, sell, trade groups. There's 2 different wording, so make sure you're using the right wording. I also did it on my business page, and my business page is different from my VIP group. So if you don't have a business page, it's something to work on, building up. It definitely will help you in your business. It's something I opened up about a year ago, and I really didn't put much work into it. But over the past 6 months, I've been putting a lot of work into it, and it has grown. It's not like an overnight success thing, having the business page. It definitely is, you get out of it what you put into it. But I have been going live on my business page, as well as my profile page, which is public, and my VIP group. I've been going live a lot on my business page, just talking about the products, or like, hey, I'm cooking today and I just have my camera, like a chat kind of thing. So it's not really that I'm selling, but it's just, you get to hang out with me for a little bit. And I guess I'm fun, I don't know. So I actually booked 2 parties off of my business page. And these are people that I've never met. I'm not friends with on Facebook. I don't even know how they found me, that they liked my page, but that expanded my business and kind of helped my business take a boom for the past 4 months. That one customer that said, hey, I'm ready to book a party with you, I booked 4 parties off of that party, and then booked 2 parties off of all of those parties. And then there you go, my customer base just grew by hundreds. So don't be afraid to go live, even if you're, oh, I may stumble or I may not say the right thing. That's okay. People like to see you. And if you ask all of my customers, and definitely my friend Sandy, she'll tell you, I drop something in every one of my lives. And it's not on purpose. It's just that I'm a klutz and I drop things. And people like to see that, you're kind of normal. And they make a joke of it, of how long will I go live before I drop something. So it is what it is. But that's just some things that you could do. Also, when you do go live, and again, not with the intent to sell, but go live showing some of the host offers. Go live talking about like your modular mates, or if you're baking, just have all your modular mates out. And when someone says, oh, I wish I had more of those, you say, hey, guess what? You could host a party with me and you could get an 11-piece set for free. So highlight that. You don't have to say, host a party with me, you get this. I see the chat. I'm trying not to get sidetracked, because I'm going to keep reading the chat and not finish. So you could do that, and I'll go back and I'll answer some of the messages when I'm done. The host gifts. So when you go live, show off the host gifts, show off some big ticket items. I tend to use my Micro Pro grill a lot. I'll use my pressure cooker a lot, my stack cooker. And when people tell me, oh, I wish I had that, you then have the open door right there to say, you host a party with me, you can get it for free or half price. And guess what? If you don't want to host a party, you can even sign up and get it for 25% discount. Host a party and you can get it free. There's so many, it opens the door. So don't be afraid to like show those high price things, because that's how you're going to get people to book parties. They're not going to spend $200 or $250 on a pan, but they'll spend $125 on it, or possibly get it for free. So those are just some things that I've been doing to book parties. And just remember, there's not just a Facebook party. Like, there's not just one template that works for everyone. For me, I do a 3 to 5 day party. There's people that do 5 to 7 day parties. You could do an hour-long party. You could do a 30-minute party, like just a quick, let's go get to it kind of thing. You could do a Zoom party where it's just everyone kind of hanging out. You could do a Zoom party where you're cooking something. So there's so many different things. And just 2 other things. I feel like I'm talking a lot. But when you're out, make sure you brand yourself. So like when you go out food shopping, wear one of your Tupperware shirts. I cannot tell you how many times I've been buying food at the supermarket and someone says, oh, you sell Tupperware? Do you have a catalog? And I always have my business cards on me. So make sure that you wear something that says Tupperware when you go food shopping. Also, a lot of people earn those car magnets. If you're putting them on your car, make sure you have catalogs in your car at all times, because you're going to get stopped and asked for a catalog. So you don't want to like make sure that you give one out and someone asks you and then you don't have one. All right. That's just some tips that have worked for me. I don't know. Anything else?
Ah, I'm hitting the wrong buttons. There. I think we got us both unmuted now. So no, I like that a lot. There's some fresh ideas. There's some stuff that is different. So people want to know, where do you get your supplies? So I see Vistaprint. Do you have any other ideas for that?
For shirts, you can earn them from Kirsten. Kirsten always gives challenges to earn shirts. I got this shirt from Kirsten. Yeah, you could, and Vistaprint, and where else can you do? I mean, you can order your own as well, but there's something about earning something and wearing something that you earned. It gives you a little sense of pride rather than I could go buy a shirt.
Mm-hmm.
So try to earn one.
I love it. And then,
What else?
how often do you do the GIF posts?
It depends on how much I need it. I did it once in the beginning of the month and I haven't done it since. And then before that, I think I did it like 6 weeks before that. So it really depends on how much you book off of it. And if you're running out of places, like you don't want to keep doing it on your profile page, you could go join some other outside groups, like buy, sell, trade groups. And it doesn't have to be like I'm in New York. I don't have to do New York. I can go and join groups from California, Nevada, Ohio, Texas, wherever. And you can still host a party. And again, that expands your customer base because now you're meeting new people that are outside of your area.
And then are there some things we cannot post, say, in buy, sell, trade groups? Can you touch on that?
Oh, yeah, fun. So there's a lot of information on Rock On. Basically, you cannot, if you're in buy, sell, trade groups, you cannot use the word Tupperware or the actual Tupperware item. What else? I mean, that's like the definite too. You cannot publicly offer a special offer that's different than what Tupperware is giving. You can do that in a private chat or a private room or private group. So I'm trying to think of the other things. Like those are like the things that always point out to me. I make sure I don't.
And there is a social media policy.
Thank you. Yeah, that's all in Rock On. You could search social media.
Yeah. So if you're looking for the GIF, I'm seeing a lot of stuff about the GIF post. Go to Rock On and search GIF. And there's both of them pop right up. The one you can post in buy, sell, trade groups because it's a cartoon picture of a woman holding bowls. So it's not an actual picture of Tupperware. And it doesn't say Tupperware in the post. So on buy, sell, trade groups, you can answer people's questions. You just can't offer it. You can't post it. Okay. Logos to make it. Oh, logos, you can make your own. You can Google them. You just cannot use the friendship fountain. So the friendship fountain are like the bubbles that go, it's like the circle that you often see. You see the bubble, and then Tupperware, it's that bubbly thingy that you can't use that. Don't put that on your business cards. Don't put that on anything. I think we caught up.
Somebody had asked, like, what's my business page? It's Kim's Tupperware Family. So you guys feel free to join me. Just please don't comment on the GIF post because then I'm not going to know who's a consultant and who's not, and I'm going to offer you to book a party. Right. So, but you're more than welcome to follow me and take anything I do from there.
Yep. There is one picture that you can use on social media. It is also in the social media policy in Salesforce website. So thank you, Kim. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, we are going to, I got to pin myself again. There we go. All right, we're going to do some drawings because I was informed that I forgot to do drawings. I'm really bad at remembering to do drawings. So we're going to do 6. Are you ready? So you are messaging me personally on Facebook. Don't put it in Zoom. I will not get it if you put it in Zoom. Message me personally on Facebook if you're a winner. I need your address, your name and address, okay? So Denise Hannah, you are the first. Denise Hannah, and then Jen Phelps. Jen Phelps, message me your name and address. Next, we have Marcy Wertman. Marcy Wertman, you are the next winner. Next, we have Rebecca Hawkins. Rebecca Hawkins, message me your address. We have Glenda Martell. Glenda Martell. And then the last one is April Simmons. April Simmons. So all 6 of you message me your address. I cannot pop a present in the mail if I do not have your address. Okay. All right. We are going to go to Miss Jenna Burns. And I told Jenna I would train with her for this. I'm unmuting you, Jenna. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
All right. So we are, I guess, spotlight you.
Oh, yes. Thank you.
Yep, there you are. You're welcome. So I told her I wouldn't unmute myself for this part, so I can pop in. We can do it together. But Jenna is going to go over some stepping up tips. So Jenna's been promoting managers. Like she's addicted to it, which is kind of fun. So talk to people. Yeah, right. Talk to people about how to step up, creative ways to step up. So every once in a while, I'll talk to somebody that they've got the personal sales, but then they didn't know how to get the people. Like that's just a big hang up. So can you speak to that for a little bit?
Yeah. So I love promoting managers. It's fun. And I love watching people grow and succeed. That's probably one of my favorite things. I was talking to a girl last night and I said, I love this. I mean, she's not even on my team anymore. And I'm just like the biggest cheerleader. I'm like, I love it. I love that you're stepping up. So building a manager it's fun. Sometimes I think people get hung up on the word manager. And so I wanted to touch on that first. I think people are like, oh, manager, leadership, thanks, but no thanks. I'm good. But I wanted to tell you guys that it's okay. I'm like bouncing my table. Sorry. I wanted to tell you it's okay. To step up to manager. When I became a manager, I didn't know what the heck I was doing because remember, I didn't sign up to sell. So there's that. But being a manager doesn't come with this huge long list of requirements. Just because you gain the title and you gain the bonuses and all the other fun perks, it doesn't come with this huge spreadsheet of things that you have to do daily. It's just fun. We get to earn extra fun things as a manager. So I just kind of want to talk about the fun things of why you want to be a manager. My color keeps changing behind me and it's really bugging me. So I'm sorry. I don't know why. But there are some fun perks of being a manager. And I know you're probably like, why are we going to be a manager? What for? I love it when there are people on my team who are selling 1,500, 2,000, 2,500 and more. And I'm like, wait a minute, we're leaving a lot of money on the table here. Like we need to get you to be a manager. Then you're going to make more money. You're going to get a step up bonus. You're going to get cookware. You're going to get bracelets and other fun things and extra prizes every month from your director and Tupperware. As a manager, you're going to qualify to earn extra incentives from Tupperware. Just this month, I think it's like tumblers and a pitcher and a serving center, maybe. Somebody tell me if I'm wrong. But you can't earn those things unless you're titled as a manager or higher. So there are so many fun things that they're pretty colors. So all you purple lovers out there, this month is for you. There are fun things to do when you step up to manager. You get the extra incentives, you get extra bonuses. You get a manager bonus. You have your Vanguard bonus. And all of these files can be found in the back office or probably your director team page as well. But so if you're already selling 2,000, 2,500 a month, why not get a few recruits, step up to manager, and then earn these extra bonuses, earn these extra fun free items or whatever every month. But I think I can't talk. Stephanie's right. People do get hung up on I'd like to be a manager, but I can't recruit. It's not for me. Recruiting is not my thing, or, whatever. So I would first say, let's change your mindset and let's change it to I can. Like, okay, why not? What have I got to lose? That's my big thing with Tupperware. When somebody puts something in front of me, especially a big puke goal, which I have this week to do. And I'm like, you know what? Why am I saying no to this? What have I got to lose? So I'm told no by a few people. okay, it's going to happen. If you're in direct sales, you're going to be told no a lot. Probably a lot more than you're told yes, by the way. Just put that out there for you. But it's okay. I mean, I'm not wrong. You guys know I'm not. Um, but if you already have the sales, to me, that's the hard part. The recruiting is fun because now you get to talk to people about what you're doing. Okay, well, maybe they don't want to sell. Fine, that's fine. Look at all of us that didn't want to sell either, you know. But then look at the extra incentives that we earn and the little carrots that dangle us along. And we're like, oh, I could earn that. Oh, I could do this, you know. So Kirsten has talked about before about how we recruit people that are like us a lot of times. So start in your friend circle. Talk to some friends. If you have people who are buying a lot of Tupperware, talk to them. Your host, your past host, your current host, flipping your host. There's so much training on flipping a current host that I'm really not going to dig into it because there's so much out there. I was talking to Kim and Candy earlier today about this, and we're like the three amigos. And so I was telling them, I was like, okay, so here's what I'm talking about, and just brainstorm with me for a minute. And Kim mentioned something that I thought was really, really good. She mentioned the $60 kit. And if you have the items, some of them, most of them, all of them, whatever, go live. Go live on your personal page, your business page, VIP page, whatever. Go live and show those products. Do some kind of demonstration with those products and include as many as you can. Make that your goal, to include as many of those products in the $60 kit as you can. So what all's in there? Like that's a bowl, there's fit and serves, you've got breakfast maker. I'm pulling up the picture because I cannot keep up. Help me out. What else is in there, Stephanie?
Those are the things I can remember too.
Oh, I found it. The quick shake. What is it? The Speedy Mando, your Fridge Smart. Oh my gosh, there's good stuff. The measuring spoons and cups and your spatula. You could do some good stuff. You could do some good breakfast recipes with that, or go creative and do fun like desserts with your breakfast maker. I would do it multiple times. I wouldn't just do it once either. And just hype up the kit products. You don't have to ever say, and I personally wouldn't. You could, but I personally, like, I'm going to do this, but I'm not going to talk about how this is what's in our business kit. I want people to want the products first. I don't want to like scare them away by thinking that I'm just out to recruit them. I want them to want the products. So I'm going to make them fall in love with the kit products. And then when they're like, okay, I need this, this, and this, I'm going to say, perfect. Let me tell you how you can get it for $60. And then I'm going to have them join our team. Between that and the welcome bonus this month of the Ultra Pro, I feel like it's an easy, like, super fun given, you know?
Yeah. Well, and then make sure that you're demoing the Ultra Pro too, because again, those high priced items are what's going to create, I mean, getting that for $30, that's huge. Yeah. And then when they book a party, they're going to get the other one for $30 too. Ridiculously, just ridiculous.
Yeah.
So
I love that idea though.
Oh, totally. So then let's say it's 10 p.m. on month close night. You have 3,000 in team sales and no recruits. What are you going to do, Jenna?
What am I going to do? Well, I'm going to talk to a lot of people that I know about the $15 kit, because people can spend $15 and then they get the $30 Ultra Pro and they get access to our samples. I want to mention this. I don't know if I should. I'm going to mention it and hope it doesn't come back to bite me in the butt. So I was talking with Janelle the other day, and maybe she's mentioned this live and I've just missed it, because you guys know, like, we watch so many trainings and then sometimes it just doesn't hit us at the moment. But if you're in a pinch, like, I think you should recruit people who want to sell, of course, flip your host, do all those things. I don't necessarily think you should start with a personal shopper. However, if it's 10 o'clock on month close and I'm in a bind and I need some people, she said, talk to people about the $15 kit and present it like a Sam's Club membership, where they pay $15 and I get a 25% discount for, what is it, a year?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I was like, oh, I like that. I really like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I think if you're in a bind, or you get to that last moment and you just need some recruits, like, why not? I mean, you guys know I've trained on this before. I still think you should do a grand opening for them. I'm not saying sign them up and don't do anything with them, but I thought that was a phenomenal idea.
Mhm.
So sending that out to some of your past hosts, some of your good customers, some of your friends or family.
Well, and then you're
That's
still
what I
going to
would do.
add them to the team page and to Rock On, and you're still going to introduce them to your director. You're still going to do all the normal things that you would do. And
Mhm.
then, I mean, that's 90% of the directors. They never intended to sell Tupperware. So
Yeah.
that was me. I wanted a discount. That was you. You wanted a
Yeah.
discount. Like,
Yeah.
we weren't going to sell Tupperware. That's 90% of the directors on the team. So the Tupperware Club, there we go. That's
I
what
love
like
that.
It's like the Babysitters Club. It's
Yeah.
bringing back some memories.
I know it. I
So
love
then let's revisit the whole "it doesn't come with a list" thing. So there are some people that they just don't want to recruit because they don't want the responsibility. They don't want to. They think it takes a lot of extra time. All of those things. So talk to that a little bit more.
Yeah. So I just always tell my team, my people, they know when that is their first comeback of, oh, I don't have time, or I can't do this, or it's too much work. I'm always like, actually, though it isn't. Like, let me tell you why. Or they'll say, I don't have time to train people. And I'm like, that's perfect, because we're a team and we're better together. And that's why I'm here. I'm here to help you train your new people. My team, we do some group training for new recruits. We can do one-on-one, we do Zoom, things like that, whatever we decide to do at the moment. So I try to ease the burden of that. And I think most of the directors feel the same way. I can't say all because I don't speak for all of them, but
There's a lot of them to speak for right now.
there's a lot of them, right? I'm not gonna go there. But yeah, we are better together and we do things together as a team. So I would say, I tell them, like, you really don't have any other responsibilities. Sure, I want to build them into a leader. I want to build, if you're on my team and you want to be a manager, like, I want to build you as a leader. I really do. But it's not going to be done with, here's your paper and your list of things to do every month. That's not what it's about. We have fun, and it's going to be you still working your personal business, because I still want you to grow even more. I don't want you to stop at manager. Like, manager, I don't ever want to be a stopping point for somebody. I want them to keep growing. So even if it's a month or two later and I'm like, so what do you think about star manager now that we have manager under your belt, And sometimes I'll be like, I'm good, and then we'll revisit it again and again, because I'm not going to give up on you. Like, I see big things for you. That's what I always tell them. Like, I see big things for you. I want this for you. But it's not, I don't know. I remember that feeling of being like, I can't be a manager. I don't know what to do. Like, and they're like, no, it's okay. Like, we're going to work with you. We're going to show you, like, you're going to get to earn these extra fun things, and you're going to get to make more money off the sales you're already submitting.
I think that's the biggest thing for me too. Like, you already have the sales. There's no extra time involved. You just need 3 people and you make more on what you already sold. That's huge.
Yes. That's what finally did it for me. Finally, I was like, okay, fine. I get it. Whatever. I mean, Jo Ray will tell you if she's on here. She's like, you need this. You can do this. I was like, But really, it's funny to think back to that, because I remember that fear. So I understand. So when somebody comes to me and says, I can't do it, I'm scared, I don't, like, it's too much, I promise you, I remember that fear. I remember that feeling. But I also can see the other side of it. So if your director is talking to you and you're like, I don't want to be manager, just know we can see the other side of it, and we know the good that's on the other side of it. So it's not as scary.
Yeah. Well, we were talking about that too, just how we see more because we've been in it longer. Like, we want things for some people, and we can't want it for you. Like, we can want it for you, but we can't make you want it for yourself. And we can see just so much potential. We can see attributes in you that you don't always see for yourself. It's phenomenal. It's just, I love it. So
yeah, it's fun. And by the way, that fear doesn't stop from
Mm.
any promotion.
No.
Like I mean, I was talking with the director last night, and it was like a big step coming up, and she's like, I'm scared, I'm not ready. And I'm like, but you are, and you'll be good, you know? So the fear doesn't stop. But what does like Kirsten say, and all the quotes out there, you know, like on the other side of fear, you know? So that's where your growth is, and that's where your big fun things are. So being a manager is fun. We have fun. I love all the perks that we get to earn, not just the money, but the products and fun things, and you get extra recognition and things like that. So if that's a big thing for you, there's the manager growth program. So that's a fun thing too, where you can earn more cookware. You can earn a full set of Ultra Pro and lots of fun other things. Anyways, that's kind of what I had about it. I just always tell people like it's exciting.
It is exciting. I love it. Anything else you want to add?
I don't think so.
No? All right. Thank you.
Welcome.
There we go. All right, so we better do some more drawings before we end things here. So the first winner is Felicity Neptune. Felicity Neptune. The next one is Melissa Thomas. Melissa Thomas. And then the last one is Vicky Streeter. Vicky Streeter. So if I called your name, then shoot me a message on Facebook, not here, on Facebook. Make sure that I reply to you that I got it, because if I didn't reply, then I didn't see it. Sometimes if we're not friends, Facebook just doesn't think I need to see your message. So make sure I reply, keep messaging me until I reply. Okay, so I hope this was good for you. We're done a few minutes early here, but that was everything that I had for you. I hope that was helpful. Just be prepared for Jubilee. It's coming, book up this week. Don't just book up the month, book up this week, and then make your list for Jubilee of who you want to talk about recruiting. Let's all grow. It's exciting. It's fun. Okay. All right. Thanks for joining us. Bye.